Unified Payments, unifying businesses for people.
It's Open House Thursday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. Get in the building. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, remember what I said, Abby? Yeah, remember what I said? That's why you laughed. It's okay. I won't say it on national TV. How you doing?
I'm fine. Today is the burial of my partner's cousin, who worked with him at Freedom Park, AG Roads. May he rest in peace. You know, they say the older you get, the more you hear of deaths.
I'm telling you, like a lot of people around you will be transiting. Yeah. Don't worry, it's not your turn yet.
Amen.
You have at least 30 years minimum.
Amen. 30, I'll be 95. Huh?
Yeah, that's fine.
I hope I'm still a sissy then.
Yes, 95.
Keep it. You still keep it. Always a sissy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, for life. Can't you see Oprah Benson and Mrs. Folawiyo? They are still sissies at this age. So don't worry, 95 YK, you just be chilling in your house.
Chilling.
Going to visit
Traveling, going on cruises.
Yeah.
Why will you be chilling in the house?
No, chilling at 95. What do you do?
Cruises.
And there'll be limits to
I don't know
how
what
she
kind
can
of
travel.
cruise will start to carry YK at 95.
No, they'll carry you. There are lots of 95-year-old women online on social media that are traveling.
Mama is 90. Well, she's 100. She has an American visa appointment in a couple of days. I just pray they give her the visa.
Why not?
At 100 years old.
Why would they give you?
I pray.
You can walk.
I think that's about the time they should even let them explore before
100.
they pass. At 100, why not? What's your
Is she 100?
She's 100.
And she's still...
agile.
Mama is doing well. She has visa appointments next week. I pray they give her a shot.
Eh?
She's 100.
Wow. And she dresses
like,
up,
and
makeup,
she finished a whole
everything.
bottle of Baileys. The woman is still
age
drinking.
is in the
And she has
mind.
finished my Hennessy too.
Wow.
I'm not replaced it.
Age is in
Hennessy
the
and
mind.
Baileys. I don't know why that woman loves it. She just comes to our house quietly. Just enter. I bring an empty bottle, empty plastic bottle. And when she does this, we know exactly what she wants. We feel
my cup.
Fill my cup. We'll put it there and she'll thank you very much. She's going back to her apartment.
No stress, no issues.
How are you doing, Dami?
I'm doing very well. Yesterday, I think today I just want to talk about gratitude and being nice to people. Yesterday, I discovered that I didn't have cash and I wanted to buy something just by shrine. And I remember that there was this policeman that gave me 500 naira in December last year. Yeah, I mean, it just accosted me after the whole routine check. And I said, oh, God, no, they give person anything. And he said, madam, what I go give you now? And he brought out 500 naira. He gave me in December. So on Monday when I passed that route, I saw him and I gave him some tip normally. So yesterday I was in a dire situation of cash and there was no POS around. And I just saw him ahead and I beckoned on him and like, come please, I need 1,000. I said, madam, you are more than that too. And he gave me 2,000 naira. I was so excited.
These guys have money. These police people.
He's on Abu now. Somebody must have made offering that he has used as offering for me too. So he gave me 2,000 naira and I was able to buy water and snack because I was really, really famished. And in my head, I'm like, it's not all policemen that are actually bad. Because for me to have asked for 1,000 and he said, madam, you too, you know, be like that. Because every time I pass that route and I see him, I always give something for him and his boys.
Describe him for me.
I think his name is Thank God, so I thank God on his behalf.
I must say thank God today. On my way, I'm going to pass shrine. Please, I'm looking for police. Thank God.
How much do you want to collect?
Just 5K.
He said maybe just 5K.
Just a bit. So it just shows me that if you sow, you will reap. If you give, you will receive. So maybe sometimes we should change our attitude about approaching them too.
Nice. Okay, I'll look up for him and I'll take a picture with him.
Yeah, that's it.
Amaka Fresh.
Yes,
Fresh. You and you are green. The two of you. Did you go and discuss me? Why can you white?
That happened yesterday.
She went in the
It's the same thing that happened yesterday, but yesterday was here,
like
you and I.
How you doing?
I'm fine. So I realized
spiritually connected.
Yes, I realized that since I got back, I've just been eating, craving and eating local dishes.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so yesterday I went for a meeting because like my clients, they know that for me to be, I'm always productive, but for me to be extra productive, I need food. So they know, the ones that have been with me for a while, they know it's either lunch or dinner. So I went for a lunch meeting yesterday.
Nice.
And then I had the local abacha. It was so nice. Like, I'm still thinking about it and thinking, should I go back today?
Yeah, I've not understood this
Where is
about
the
that.
place?
So
'Cause I
nice.
love
At somewhere in Lekki Fezon. I'm not allowed to call the name. Somewhere in Lekki Fezon. I'll give you the name.
Please, because
later.
I've never really, I've
With the
tasted it a
uba.
few times, but
Yeah.
I don't get it.
With the uba. And then the goat meat, I told them to dice it small. So
I don't
as
want
you're
the meat,
collecting the
just
thing,
the veggies. Ah, man,
and
yes. When they
nice.
put that pepper, oh man.
Somebody needs to give me. I mean, anytime I taste it, I'm not like crazy about it.
Yeah.
So, maybe
I
I'm not
love
trying
it.
the nice one.
Maybe just something you don't like.
No,
because-
maybe I've not tried the one that is
That is
correct.
really sumptuous.
I'm gonna try the
But
one.
when they put all that pepper, and you
Yeah.
know those veggies,
The
I hope they're
anyara.
healthy.
They put the anyara. Yes,
I
they're very-
love
yes.
it. I love it.
Yeah.
I just don't want the meat because I don't
Oma
want
and everything.
the meat.
When I'm craving tuwo gbegiri, wedu, and small meat.
I can plug you.
Inside.
Can plug me away, cook me. I just feel like
The one I hate is the one from north, that tuwo shinkafi. Oh.
Okay.
But there are different types of tuwo.
maybe
There are different. There's one from rice. There's one from maize that I know.
Okay.
And so they are
I
different.
didn't
Maybe
know
the one
that.
you
Is this
tasted
one they
wasn't
do
really
with
nice
one
with
green soup? Ah.
okay, we have to go on a break.
Okay.
It's Thursday. It's the day we gist, so allow us. We're going to short break and we'll breeze through weekend's papers. No.
national paper.
We'll breeze through the national papers.
They have become his papers.
I'm telling you that his papers.
Yeah,
They've become his
colonized
papers. Ah.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Okay, we're going to start with the nation. President Tinubu to commission Kugbo bus terminal today. I've said it. Okay. You now have to enter the papers. Defense headquarters to deploy 800 special operatives in troubled states. Why Atiku was stripped of Waziri Adamawa title, says government. INEC unveils 110 associations, with letters of intent as parties. Coalition promoters are politically displaced person, says Tinubu. And Tinubu, First Lady, Governors, APC orders celebrate Sanwo-Olu at 60. Okay, which story?
I have the one why Atiku was stripped of Waziri Adamawa title by government, and this says that the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar is no longer the Waziri Adamawa. He lost the revert title following a new edict by the Adamawa state government. The edict strips all traditional holders in the Emirates other than the one that hail from such titles. Atiku, formerly Turaki Adamawa, before his elevation to Waziri, hails from Ganye Emirates, under which his hometown Jada falls. The title Waziri is in the Adamawa Emirates. The Adamawa state government also mentioned that a lot of other people were stripped of this their different titles so that they could conform to the Emirates settings and know that they didn't want, they said in the words of the Commissioner for Information, Ilya James, he told the correspondent that the reform is aimed at providing a guide to various Emirates and chiefdoms, which the intent is to prevent a situation in which people from outside could dictate how the Emirates and chiefdoms are run. He said, when we have kingmakers from a kingdom coming from outside, the kingdom has to decide who becomes the king. You could one day have a king from the outside. And the commissioner said, and these titles and this different, he says it also includes the former famous businessman Abdul Kadir Aminu Mamba, who holds the title of Wali Adamawa, former chief judge of the state, Justice Nathan Musa, who holds the title of Wakili Akalan Adamawa, and former Adamawa speaker James Baka, who is the Magata Kada of Adamawa, and all three hail from different parts. But they are just saying that it's not to witch hunt, that nobody was targeting Atiku Abubakar himself.
Okay. So the defense headquarters is to deploy over 800 special forces in troubled states like Benue, Plateau, and Borno to complement troops in combating their security challenges. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, made this known shortly before Army spokesperson Lieutenant Anele announced the death of 17 soldiers, may their soul rest in peace, during a gun battle with bandits in Niger State. 10 other soldiers were injured by the bandits during the incident in Mariga, local government area. The number of bandits neutralized by troops was, however, not given by Lieutenant Anele. So at the DHQ training seminar in Abuja yesterday, General Musa revealed that members of the special forces that they are undergoing a comprehensive training on how to tackle rising threats of security. And that before, usually, they send them out in batches. But now they're not going to do that anymore. They're going to send them out en masse so that they will be able to stand and withhold any attack coming from the terrorists, because that they notice that when they send them in batches, that it creates a kind of weakness and they are not able to tackle the challenges that they face. He also said that as part of their strategic vision, that they are working closely with the services to review and enhance their defense training architecture with a clear focus on aligning training programs with strategic defense objectives, upgrading facilities and infrastructure in their training institutions, expanding partnership with regional and international military academics and think tanks. So because they want to promote more training exercises so they can do better.
Okay, so yesterday was Governor Sanwo-Olu's birthday, and prominent Nigerians, including President Bola Tinubu, his wife, Senator Olori Tinubu, other governors, all sent in their felicitations to the governor on his 60th birthday. President Tinubu particularly expressed his appreciation, said that your execution of the vision from 1999 to 2007 that supported him doing while he was governor. He says your leadership exemplified by landmark achievements, including the completion of the red and blue line and the start of the purple line. And also he urges him to sustain his trajectory of prioritizing impactful projects to Lagosians and for Lagosians, notably the long-awaited 4th mainland bridge and the Freedom Way to Victoria Island, that's a VGC Garden, Victoria Garden City. Also wish him good health and longevity. Also, our First Lady praised his dedication to governance and public service, describing him as an exemplary leader. And other governors of the state, Dr. Abiodun hailed Sanwo-Olu's transformational leadership and described him as an inspiration beyond boundaries of Lagos, and so many other felicitations. So yesterday was I think it was a Thanksgiving event. He had lots of people were there to celebrate, and he was very happy. I saw him dancing quite a bit on all the pictures, all the clips. You could tell that this man was happy about this landmark age, and we could wish him
We're happy
best.
for him.
Congratulations.
We're happy for him. He has officially entered old age.
He's the baby of the old age.
That's the youth of the elders.
Age,
We, the 60s, we are the youth of the elders. When we get to 70, we are elder proper.
So,
there's no youth in our name.
What happened?
They are elderly
You
elders.
don't sit down.
We are at the airports.
No, you get to the airport at 90. 80, you are still on the road to the airport. 80 yes. Well, okay, 80 you are at the airport. 80 at the airport. 90 you are at departure lounge. No, you are at departure lounge. Your gate. You are now waiting at the gate.
Even from 60, you are...
No, 60 years.
Driving towards...
You are
driving towards...
60 is morning, 70 is afternoon, maybe 80 evening, into 90, full night.
Can we not talk about death? It's kind of morbid. Let's go to the show.
Please, let me take... there's outrage as a farmer was killed in Ondo State. She's female. Her name, Rabiat Atere. She was tilling her farm when the bandits struck. They killed her, and threw her body was found on the farm, and the youth have clamored that they should please fish out the suspect. They're not safe. That's since the thing happened, they haven't even deployed security there, and they should please deploy security there, that they're not safe. So I should take that quickly.
The Punch. Neck crisis, Makinde block revolts as INEC verdicts tears PDP apart. Ex-generals flag intelligence failure as bandits kill 17 soldiers. Firms clash over 300 million naira Ondo Judiciary Complex land compensation. Lagos vows to prosecute indiscriminate waste disposers. Woman killed, 5 others injured in Imo market explosion. Trying to find any other story here. And Lagos State government empowers 700 widows with 35 million naira. Let's take one story for the break. Oh, no, we cannot. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
This girl and many more children like her will never forget today.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Eje, can you close the show?
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym to get fat.
Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
This is. That's why you're still single.
I will not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better useless? What is it?
That woman.
Damn! Yeah,
Today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's catch up now.
And so we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more
Thanks for staying with us. We're going to be reviewing Punch, who has a story.
Yeah, this is such a sad story. So a landmine has killed a market woman, Mrs. Ngozi Ume, and injured 5 others after it detonated inside the Eke Ubeze Market Square in Osu local government area of Imo State. The explosion occurred in the afternoon on Tuesday while market activities was ongoing. So apparently the woman had stepped on a planted landmine. Yeah, this is so sad. Though the locals are saying that 2 people were killed, but reports so far is that it's just 1 person and other people they've been rushed to the hospital, you know, and that they said that the landmine, the suspected landmine was planted by proscribed indigenous people of Biafra and Eastern Security Network. So they said when this happened, the police commissioner, Aboki Danjuma, that they quickly deployed operatives from the explosive ordnance disposal unit who swept the areas to make sure that they didn't have any more landmines, that it was safe for market activities to continue, for them to continue. But, you know, it's quite scary like that. In the marketplace, what are they trying to achieve?
Public space.
Public space. It could have been anybody can step on anything. But I thought that they usually had security at night that watched the markets, right? Yes. So what's going on with that?
You know what it was.
But this is scary because you can't just be placing landmines anywhere and everywhere. It could have been worse.
Security is lax everywhere.
It's terrible.
Okay. I have the one for Lagos State Government empowers 700 widows with 35 million. So the Lagos State Government has empowered 700 widows with 50,000 naira cash as part of the activities marking the 2025 International Day, Widows Day. Delivering a keynote address at the ceremony at Isheri Skills Acquisition Center, the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Bolaji Dada, emphasized the state's commitment to inclusive governance, especially for widows, whom she described as the pillars of many households. She said it is not just a commemoration, it is a solemn call to action. Widowhood should not be a sentence to hardship, but a new chapter of courage, support, and renewed purpose. According to her, the 50,000 cash support was part of a broader package that included vocational training through the Livelihood Economic Empowerment Program, a 4-week course that ran across Lagos' 5 divisions, training women in trades like fashion designing, soap making, catering, hair dyeing, and hairdressing and dye and tie. So, well, if the widows are not neglected, they should also take care of the widows.
I took another Lagos State story. Lagos has vowed to prosecute indiscriminate waste disposers. The spokesperson for the ministry, Adekunle Adesina, disclosed this on Tuesday while reacting to inquiries over the refuse dumps in the Idumu area of Alimosho. He said that the residents, they don't want to pay the bills, so they just go there, they will just dump
their feces.
And so the people go there, clear the things, they're clearing their feces as well. That they're not happy. It says they will go and pack it by themselves. After packing the waste, before the next day it gets filled up again with clean, and they will do the cleaning. Most of these people don't want to pay refuse because that's why they just be resorting to dropping their refuse at night.
Hopefully they are able to arrest them. Hopefully, because sometimes it would be nice to put cameras everywhere, but we can't afford to have cameras everywhere. So people must take responsibility.
Do what is right. You know, it happens to us at the shrine because we have that big dustbin. Yeah. So people just come and we took to locking the dustbin. So they started dumping it outside for us so that...
that's even worse because then you have to pack it.
Yeah. We are the ones that will pack it because we are the ones that will get fined, not them. One day I saw a man, suits and everything, honestly, came in his car with his driver, came out, dumped his thing and drove off. Wow. I saw him. He didn't tell me.
Irresponsible. Daily Sun. Military bandits tough fight sparks tension. They neutralized scores of bandits, says soldiers, and 17 troops killed in Niger State, says military. PDP. 10 National Working Committee members battle Magum, opposing Wanyahu's reinstatement as secretary. 2027. ADA, 108 political associations seek registration. Let's find a story. Court awards 5 million naira against IGP over illegal detention of Enugu PG. Mysterious court order again. Obi decries lawless society as Lagos demolishes younger brother's house. Any other story here? Okay, let's find a story. Which story do you have?
So the Independent National Electoral Commission has listed Obedient People's Party, which is the OPP, Progressive Obedient Party, POP, Advanced Democratic Alliance, ADA, and 107 other political associations, seeking registration as political parties ahead of the 2027 general elections. The INEC chairman, Mahmoud Yakubu, made the disclosure in his remark at the second regular consultative meeting with media executives at the INEC national headquarters in Abuja yesterday. He equally revealed that arrangement has been concluded to conduct the outgoing by-elections and resume the conduct of continuous voter registration exercises. You know, he was saying something like that. They've been accused of not handling restrictions properly, but that they also received the same accusation in 2013. But see how far they have come, and that for the 2019 general elections, that they were 91 political parties and 73 presidential candidates, and that they've been doing a great job, and they should be commended for that. And that with the upcoming elections, that due processes be followed, as long as the political parties that want to register follow the due processes of the INEC regulation.
In a similar story, talking about party registration, so amid the rising tension in the PDP, the party registered yesterday reinstated Wike's person, according to the story. According to the story, they bowed to pressure and have now reinstated Samuel Anyanwu as his national secretary. The acting national chairman, Umar Damagum, who spoke during the press briefing at the PDP National Secretariat, said yesterday that the reinstatement of Anyanwu and the party was a bitter pill. Damagum also announced the postponement of the 100th National Executive Committee meeting scheduled for June 30th. The PDP leaders present at the press briefing, which is coming on the heels of the party's Tuesday's parley, the controversy about who is the authentic national secretary was also discussed, including Chairman PDP Governors Forum, Pauji Governor Bala Mohammed, and former Senate President Bukola Saraki. Now, according to the story, I don't want to go too much into it, but there are two factions now. There is the faction that is with the Oyo State Governor Makinde. They listed those who are under that faction, and there's a different faction. So the issue, obviously, is what they're going to agree on as a party. Who is the meeting going to hold June 30th as initially described, or they've been postponed? We don't know if they're going to show up on the 30th of June, because I think the Oyo State Governor was insisting that it should not be postponed. It should be as June 30th. Although Damagum is saying no, it has to be postponed in view of the recent factors. We'll see how it goes, because the most important thing for Nigerians is that we have a strong opposition. So it's important they clear up their issues, and then Nigeria can have a proper democracy with a good.
But you know what I don't understand? Why are some of them fighting it? Because it will just keep them in disarray.
This the court that awarded 5 million against the IGP over the illegal detention of Enugu PG. The High Court, Enugu High Court, presided over Justice Oke Aneke, has awarded 5 million in damages against the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, for the unlawful detention of the President General of Okana Town Union, Pastor Francis Aneke. The judgment was delivered in the Fundamental Rights Enforcement suit, in which Pastor Aneke was the first applicant and the Inspector General of Police the sole respondent. The court found out that Aneke was detained for 4 days without being charged in violation of his constitutional rights, and held that the action of the police constituted an infringement on his personal liberty. In addition to the monetary compensation, Justice Aneke granted an order of injunction restraining the police and other agents from further harassing, intimidating, or detaining the applicants unlawfully. The judge also mentioned, she said in her words, that I granted him bail as a result of his action. Of this action, I am not presiding over a criminal trial. What I am presiding is the substantial case brought before me, according to his explanation in the proceedings.
Okay. Moving on to Vanguard. PDP crisis deepens as National Working Committee members counter Damagum, insist Anyanwu not reinstated. 2027 coalition against me full of political IDP, says Tinubu. 20 soldiers, scores of bandits die in Niger clash. And looking for stories inside, I'm not sure which guys to. Anybody has any story? That's
yes. So the communities demand ban on night, lifting of crude oil laden vessels in Delta states. So the coastal communities along the Ramas River in Burutu local government area of Delta State has petitioned the crude oil bunkering giants, Sterling Oil Exploration and Energy Production Company Limited, SEPCO, to the Nigerian to the Nigerian Inland Waterways Authority (NIWA) over the company's flagrant abuse of existing laws of the authority and the federal government gazette by moving crude oil-laden vessels at odd hours of the night. They allege that such activities have destroyed their livelihood as fishermen. In an official petition to the area manager in Warri, 22 adversely impacted communities has called for immediate intervention. 22 is a lot, communities. The petition also forwarded to various government ministries and departments request that NIWA compel SEPCO to cease nighttime navigation of crude oil-laden vessels on the Ramos River. This action, according to them, is necessary to eliminate the countless hazards and injustice experienced by local fishermen, which has persisted since 2014. So they should do something about it because...
Okay, so the Senate President yesterday, while celebrating his friend, Nyesom Wike, Minister of FCT, was saying that even the blind can see all that the change in the landscape in Abuja. The Senate President yesterday, Godswill Akpabio, boasted of President Tinubu's plans of infrastructural upliftment of the FCT through the Minister Wike. Akpabio noted that Wike ought to be celebrated every day, lamented that socio-political developments in other parts of the country has made Nigerians not to sufficiently take notice of the positive developments that is happening in the nation's capital. Wike himself said, and I wanted to quote him, he drew inferences from some states where the predecessors were claiming that he was claiming some of their own projects. He said, if anybody, and I'm trying to see if I can quote him verbatim, said like they should challenge his predecessors from 2010 to speak out if the FCT administration under him has commissioned any project that's already been completed or commissioned by them. So there was an issue that was he's feeling like that all the projects that he's commissioning, some of them were done by either Rufai or his predecessors. So if any one of this project come and speak up, want to see, I dare you, say it. This I dare you, but you know, and
that's the body language. Like, come and say it, and just bring it to the table.
Yes, you come and let us know which one. That everything he's doing, it was based on the marching order the president gave to him to complete all outstanding projects, and he has done so, and we're happy for him.
And because of that, we will not rest inside paper.
We will not rest. Today is Thursday. Hopefully tomorrow will be the last day. I pray. Hopefully, I don't want to see this on Monday morning because I don't understand. That is all we can take. We'll manage it again for another day tomorrow. Hopefully Monday we'll have our papers back because we'll soon start calling them Wike's papers. Because they're no multinational.
We've already started.
Because papers. That's all we can take on the reviews. Stay with us. It's Thursday. We have our first guest. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company, not just in Nigeria, but throughout continental Africa, to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Yeah, that's all we
Nigeria,
can
but
take.
I choose to
Ejeki,
stay.
close the show, G for that long.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, number one unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym though, you're getting fat.
Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer,
You're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You scissors. What is his name?
That woman.
Bam! Bam!
Yeah, today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's catch up now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good. TVC Entertainment for Pure Entertainment.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707 272 8338 or marketing at tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person waiting for street. That's why we introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban Pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere.
So, Boko. It a job for this
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Oh.
Now we be what's up Naija crew. Now we they give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
About wahala.
Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it. You'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty. My name is Nachika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name is Damilola Banire. My name is Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail.
And I dare on top of you, Pigeon.
I'm going to bring you bass, boost. I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show, say, now my husband be this. This na wetin you want. After that day, the man no go see him again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody. When you dey find the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person, we will give them to you. Fact as it be.
Men no dey ever get fault. If baby not dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, make person no fit talk true inside.
But for this country, we not.
Thanks for staying with us. So Her Royal Majesty Olori Aderonke Ademilui Ogunwusi is one of the beautiful wives of the custodian of the entire Yoruba culture, the Oni of Ife, Imperial Majesty Oba Enita Ogunwusi. She's a prominent figure in the fashion and cultural landscape, known for her work with Africa Fashion Week London and her dedication to promoting African fashion and culture globally. She's also involved in cultural preservation, women's empowerment, and educational initiatives within the fashion industry. She will be speaking to us elaborately on this global event that has consistently put Nigeria on the global map when it comes to promoting African fashion. Welcome with us, the one and only Her Royal Majesty. Good to have you.
In the traditional way, one day, Kashi Kabiesi o.
Thank you. Good to have you. So I know you've done this since 2011, consistently. It's 2025, and before we even go to the event, in your own review, how do you think the fashion industry, especially in Nigeria, has grown, especially within and outside the shores of our country?
Thank you for having me here today. It's an honor. I think this is my second or third time. Yes, so thank you so much. African fashion, our fashion has evolved. I remember when we started Africa Fashion Week London in 2011, no one wanted to touch African fashion then. But if you look at our fashion now, it has evolved. People wear it with so much pride. When I was growing up, we used to shy away from African fashion. You know, we would never go out in the UK on the trains or go to school with an African fashion outfit. But now it has changed. Our designs are, I think they're phenomenal. Our fabrics, our textiles, and what the young generation of designers are doing with African fashion is just, it's enormous. It's mind-blowing. And it also helps promote our culture as well.
Okay, so let's take it ab initio. What prompted your passion for, you know, for the fashion industry? And where was that light bulb moment when you knew that, you know what, I want to do this and I want to focus on this?
Okay, so the story behind that was, I'm going to refer to growing up in the UK, you know, wanting to buy an African fashion outfit. Maybe then for the Owambe parties, they were not readily available. So you would have to, you know, send someone going back home then, you know, to make an outfit for you. And then in 2010, I had moved back to Nigeria then. So I went for summer in the UK. And then there was a party. I wanted to go to a Nigerian party. And I couldn't find anything African to wear. There was nothing in the high street stores. There was nothing anywhere. And I thought to myself, don't we have good African designers? We must have some of them. So I started my research. I found out that we had so many of them, but there was no visible platform that showcased or promoted them. And that was what gave birth to Africa Fashion Week London. So it was born out of that urgent need and also a moral obligation as well, you know, to create a platform that sustains and supports African fashion brands.
Okay, if we look at it before, from time immemorial, we've always had Ankara, and these days we see that Adire is somewhat taking over the market. And I know that there's been a tussle between the Abeokuta people and the Ife people of the origination of Adire. And looking at the Odua Textile Adire Hub, which you champion, what are your visions for taking Adire from this space to the global level?
My vision for that is to continue doing what we're doing with the Africa Fashion Week London. I'm also the co-founder of Africa Fashion Week Brazil as well. As we all know, we have about 90 million black people of African origin in Brazil. So to keep on showcasing, you know, keep on promoting what we do. And it also helps us grow our GDP because the sudden surge, you know, the sudden demand of the Adire industry is phenomenal. It has helped, you know, if you look at the value chain of the Adire industry, from the designers to the textile designers, the artisans, the people who, the dyes, you know, the waxes and everything. So it's promoting employment, it's creating wealth, it's job creation, it's just so much, you know, behind, you know, seeing a beautiful Adire, but what actually goes into it and what it can do and what it's doing as well. So we're going to keep on promoting that every year at Africa Fashion Week London. I think since we established our textile hub in Ife in 2021, we have been showcasing Adire on a global platform. And we're going to continue doing that.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, when is it? Because if I'm in England, I would love to come. Okay. So please make sure I get my...
Nigeria or in England?
It's in London, isn't it?
It's in London. So it's our 15th edition in London on the 9th and 10th of August. And we're opening with a performance from Disney, The Lion King. So we've partnered with them. And they're opening the 15th edition of Africa Fashion Week.
I'll try and postpone my flight so I can come.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And then we have the Nigerian arm as well, which is in December, our 11th edition in Nigeria.
All of you are moving your events to December. Everybody's targeting that in December. No problem.
We had always done our event in December. Yes, we'd always done that. So we saw the vision before everybody.
But December, that's early December, so she's not really targeting.
No, that's December nice from almost the last week of November. It's like, you are preparing. It is now a brand. I was going to talk about scaling because, I mean, we had Mr. Mahogany here recently talking about fashion. I mean, we see the fashion, we see the industry, but it's got to be a higher level where we're moving to. And I think that's what we were talking about as vision. What's the next level? We saw Ghana recently where I think they were launching their textile, the school uniforms are now across Ghana and using their local textiles. So what's the next phase? Because we see the fashion, we're all dressing up, ready to wear, everybody's excited about, but we need to take this a notch higher. So what do you see in future? Where does Adire go? Where do we move it forward such that it's more like a more mass production where people can even afford it because there's a cost issue. It's expensive. You know, so how do we scale the industry, do you think?
So I'm going to take it one at a time. So in terms of the cost issue, most of the things we use for Adire are imported. So the textiles, we don't make textiles in Nigeria. And even if, I think there's a factory in Kano, the Funtua, I think they're the only textile hub or textile factory in Nigeria at the moment, and we patronize them. Prior to that, in the 60s, we had over 200 textile mills in Nigeria that were producing textiles. Now I think we have only 4. But I think what Mr. President is doing at the moment, he has seen the potential of the textile industry, of the fashion industry, and he has appointed 2 governors, Governor Hope Uzodinma and Governor Sanwo-Olu in Lagos State, you know, as chair people to revive the textile industry of Nigeria.
Our own governor.
Yes.
Yay.
Yes. So Governor Sanwo-Olu and Governor Hope Uzodinma, they are the ones at the forefront, and we're working with them. We're partnering with them. Lagos State supports Africa Fashion Week every year. They've been supporting it through their Honorable Commissioner Toke Benson. And the governor of Governor Hope Uzodinma is going to support this year as well. So it's when you say scaling it up and taking it to the next level, is ensuring that we also look at the business side of it as well. Because for many people who do it at the moment, it's a passion. But we need to ensure that they turn that passion into a business by teaching them the different arms of it, how to access funding, you know, how to import export opportunities, and so many things attached to it.
Fantastic. Okay, so in having organized these events over the years, what challenges have you faced? Like also take us down to memory lane of the last one that you did and what you also hope to achieve for this upcoming one.
Yes. So for this upcoming one, we've got so many partners. I think our consistency has allowed so many international brands to now see that, okay, let's work with them, because this is our 15th edition and we've been doing it consistently every year except for the year of COVID, which even during the year of COVID, we had something online. So we have brands like Disney that I mentioned. We have Meta working with us at the moment. There's the British Council as well. So they are now taking African fashion seriously. And there was a UNESCO report in 2023 that said the African fashion industry has the potential to become a leading voice in the global fashion industry. The African fashion industry was valued at $31 million. So we need to ensure that this trickles down, you know, to the designers, to the textile designers, to the artisans, to the people who have, you know, who pioneered this, who started this. And that is that's one of the things we talk about at Africa Fashion Week London. This year we're going to have seminars, we're going to have summits, you know. We have an exhibition coming up at the British High Commissioner's residence where we're going to be talking about natural dyes. Because if we're able to produce our dyes in Nigeria, you know, using the natural things that we have, using our natural ingredients, that will bring down the prices of Adire that Dr. Mariah was talking about.
Okay, I'd like to know if we're doing anything for the children, because, you know, our tradition says that something you do and you neglect the children out of it, there's a possibility that it might not last. So are we bringing the children into tie and dye making? Are we taking it to schools? Are we preaching the gospel to the incoming generation to also sustain this craft that we have?
I'll let you answer that after the break, a very short break. When we come back, we continue. Stay with us. Okay.
Stay tuned. Your view.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name is Nachika Okeke.
My name is Uwi Balogun.
My name is Damilola Banire.
My name is Moyo Faraway Ahmed.
If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail. And I dare on top of your view pigeon. I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show, say, now my husband be this.
Now what you want?
After that day, the man
you not go see him again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody. When you dey friend the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't use signs.
If they look for person, we will give them to you. Fact as it be.
Men no dey ever
mama get fault. If baby not there for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, make person no fit talk true inside. But for this country, we know say if we open curtain in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
Look, we no even take responsibility for the children. Leave the man.
And that's some poria.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one better.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Okay, that's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym to get fat. Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked. No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No. Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still here discussing the Fashion Week. Yes, you're going to...
So my question was about bringing children in, harnessing their creativity and taking it up.
Yes, we do. So my husband always has this saying that Asha, which means our customs and our traditions that we don't hand over, you know, to the next generation goes into extinction. So yes, every Children's Day he ensures that, you know, we have children from Ife, Ocean State, come to the hub to come and learn about the tie-dye making. So we do that. We also work with universities. We're working with Obafemi Awolowo University at the moment, Yaba College of Technology as well. And we have a lot of young graduates come and do their National Youth Service at the Adire Hub as well. Wow. So yes, we intend to take it to schools, you know, starting with the Southwest and then maybe eventually across Nigeria to teach them, you know, the skills. So we never know. Some of them might want to grow up to be a textile designer or a fashion designer. So yes, we have that in the pipeline.
That's great.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, so this fashion show, are you showcasing new designers, old when I say old, I mean established designers, or you're just...
So we always make sure we have a few established ones, like Amos Ejiro, Tafiri, Adebayo Jones, because they allow us to lend their name to the new designers who are coming on board, you know, to give them inspiration. But our show it's mainly featured around up and coming, yes, because we act as a springboard for young designers across Africa who want to go into the international fashion industry. So this year we have designers from Nigeria, of course. Nigeria, we set the pace when it comes to African fashion. Nigeria, Ghana, Cotonou, Togo, Ethiopia.
So do you take them to England, or do they find their way?
They find their way. A lot of them get support from their governments, you know, a lot of them get support from their friends or family. So they find their way, and then we give them the platform to showcase. And we also have a marketplace for exhibition as well, where people can place orders and also make forward orders as well.
So I hope they don't run away.
Oh no, they don't. there's nothing to run away to. You know,
we've had musicians complain that when they take their bands over, they just disappear.
Oh no, we've been doing it for 15 years, and we've never had the history of anyone running away.
Thank you.
Wow.
Well, we wish you the best. I mean,
Thank you.
This year. So give us the dates again.
It's the 9th and 10th of August, and it's at the Space House in London, and it's going to be opening with Disney, The Lion King performance.
Fantastic. Looking forward to that.
Thank you. Hope to see you there. Thank you
so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me again. Thank you.
We'd like you to stay for our hot topic, but it's okay, it's your choice. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
Okay, that's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show. Give Adala.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym to get fat. Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer,
you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No. Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they're for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person that used to sus? What is his name?
That woman.
Bam! Bam!
Yeah, today we'll go here.
Hey!
Let's catch up now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707 272 8338 or marketing at tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere so Bobo.
It a joke for this
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it locked.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
Compound to a holla. Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it. You'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenge.
Something I said, I think that in my own terms, the average African man who wants submission wants slavery.
But the Bible says 5 submit. So are you going against the Bible?
No, submission has level. This particular topic we're talking about, in the eyes of God and man, that woman is not happy.
Don't say that.
That's in the video now.
Beg to differ.
Check. Can they show the video? The man was all smiles, explaining, defining, and the woman was just there, numb, like somebody who has lived in her emotions suppressed over the years. We're articulating from this video. I don't know them from family house before, but from this video that I see a woman who is probably regretting her decision years back. That's what I see now. Okay. Judging by my personal, like you asked me the personal question, I will not kneel down to give my husband my salary. Okay. I went to work for it. I can only part with a sum that I know that it's something that we can, maybe some responsibility that we should do together. I'll say, okay, this is my part. If you feel like, I can feel that, if my salary comes in and is huge this month, let me do 60%. Okay. You do 40. Okay. But I will not kneel down and give some. Do you know what driving from mainland to island here is? Okay, in this new day.
I will ask our producers to help us play that video so that our viewers see the video.
They need to see the
I want us to see the countenance you are describing. I personally disagree with you, but I'll come to you a bit later. Who wants to go next?
But for me, I don't think kneel down. Kneel down is small now. Why would I just kneel down to give my husband, my Lord, my master, my salary? I will lie down. When I lie down, he'll step on top of me. When he's stepping on me, then I'll not give him the money. I say,
that's sarcasm.
Yeah. When they play this video for you people, please go and look for the link. When you find the link, read the comments. The comments are hilarious. Because by the time they play this video, I just saw a subjugated woman, sad, miserable. The man is glowing, fresh. Just they talk, they go. The woman, she didn't even mutter a word. Well, it is her money. She work. It's her money, her choice.
Okay.
I don't have a right.
So how does a Nigerian woman watch that video and see a woman who is subjugated? Let me see what I saw in that video. I saw a woman who respects her husband, who chooses, this man is my leader. I would rather be mute. At home, I can be all job, but we're outside, he's talking. She's used to giving him the lead. He is the front liner. She's the neck, as they always say, and he is the head. So he's doing his thing. So I don't know how you guys are watching that video and seeing a woman who is being subjected in her own marriage. I don't see that. Why do you want to jump in before I come to the Olori?
You see, it's different strokes for different folks. Exactly. For me, what I see, I haven't seen the video. Unfortunately, I would love to see the video, so I hope they get to show it.
It's in your group. We understand you're 6 years old.
Go away.
It takes time for you to learn.
But you see, for me, personally, I will not do it. I will not. But to say I will not kneel down for my husband, if I love him, I will.
Exactly.
If I love him, but I grew up with my mom and my dad.
Yes.
My mom had English, and my mom, anytime, because my mom's family, they were quite when they were young, were a wealthy family. So she used to get cash, money.
Yes.
And she would send it to my father, my father will take his own portion and send the balance to her.
Hey, Jesus.
You know, so I watched that and I used to think, never. I still say never. I will send you my money. No. Send me your own first now.
So what happened to love? You see, I hear you and I come to you, Olori. The way I'm struggling with is what love means to us today. To a woman in probably her generation, love is complete and total submission. Because you are my head. You are my Lord. So everything I own belongs to you. I submit to you and I trust you to give me that which you believe will be enough for me. And I will manage it, yes, because you're still going to earn and probably give me some of your money. So, but here, we are so independent in our thinking such that we cannot fathom the idea of releasing what is ours to somebody we look at. Look, we pay tithe in church because we love God, not because nobody's demanding, but we trust that this 10%, God will only use it for his job because we love. So why is a woman finding it difficult to release that which she has given to her husband she says she loves? Olori.
I haven't seen the video.
Okay.
So, with me, my husband is also my king.
Yes.
So as a princess from Ile-Ife, yes, it's mandatory. I have to kneel down.
Okay.
So he's my husband. He's also my king as well. Like I said, I haven't seen the video, but it could be, there's always two sides to a coin. So she kneels down. She gives him her salary. Maybe he prays for her. Maybe a week after, she goes back to him and kneels down and says, my salary is finished and wants more money. We never know.
He might be
doubling
the money.
Women are so smart.
In that case,
are very, very
I will not only kneel down, I will lie down.
Exactly.
Roll on the floor.
And you put so if I've knelt down for you, maybe 1st of January, if I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking. Yeah. So I've come with you 1st of January and says, oh, my Lord, my husband, this is my salary. Yeah. Please bless it. And then you bless it or you take out of it. And then 5 days later, I will go back to you again and say, my husband, that salary has finished though. Can I have some money? So,
yeah. let me play the video.
But like I said, I haven't seen the video.
Yeah, you're going to see it right now. Let's watch it.
We agree. No time of disagreement. Wow. No time about money. Maybe or maybe all my money. He has collected all my money. Vice versa.
Okay, I think it was just.
Whenever she receives her salary, she will come to me in the room. Children will not be there. Kneel down.
Present the salary
to me. The whole package.
Wow.
Yeah, because that time is not the time they send money to your account. So it will be in the pay package.
Wow.
And she will kneel down.
Wow.
So let's sit down, without talk. We know what's in the house. We have to feed. But number one, you have to pay your tithes.
Yeah.
So take the tithe away. Then we have to feed. So what do we need? So now I'm not. I thank God that time too. One wasn't irresponsible.
Well, wasteful.
Wasteful. So because I know the situation, and we agree. Okay, no time of disagreement. Wow. No time about money. Maybe maybe all my money. He has collected all my money. Vice versa.
Okay. So, that. Now, I would like to connect that with a story I think I've shared here several times also. When I was a young girl, my aunt and my uncle, I'm related to him, she is his wife, came to our house in the living room, and there was an argument about something. Her husband was clearly off the cuff, like he was totally wrong. It was obvious. He was just being very arrogant. And she was there, just like you, looking pretty and accepting. Now, she is a learned, I don't want to say she's a learned, because now she'll know who I'm talking about her. She's somebody that should know. She's educated, she's smart, she's exposed. She knows better. Her husband was there going off on the tangent, saying rubbish. And I was looking at her, I was studying her as a child is studying somebody. And she was just quiet. And I was just wondering, why you not saying something? She didn't say a word. Then after everybody, family went and they were going home, I was escorting them, and I called her, Auntie, why didn't you say anything in the room? She said, when you get married, you'd understand. And that thing kept ringing in my head because she knew better. she could respond. She could actually, but because of the respect, regard she had for the husband in the presence of everybody else, she kept mum. This woman may not have been happy, but for her, she felt that the way to keep the peace in my home is to submit to this man, make him feel like a king. Not a real king, a real king. That way, I would enjoy peace of mind, because his ego is boosted. I am her Lord. That gave her peace. My question, therefore, is it worked for her. Why can't it therefore work for you and I today in 2025? That's the conversation. Because maybe if we employ that system, we'll have less divorces today. Maybe if we bring back that system, there'll be more people who are settled, because the issue we're having today is that a lot of young people are not willing to submit at that level. If you say one and they know you're wrong, they'll say right in front of you that you are wrong. They will debate. Right here, it happens. So that's the conversation. Why are we saying that this looks like a submissive or subservient, not subservient wife?
So, Mariah, let me ask you.
Somebody says here, sorry, that seems like she submitted her self-esteem as well. So I look at the video. I cannot help but agree that it looks as if the man is talking. She's not saying anything. The man is
just numb. It's the expression we're talking about. She's really numb. She's detached. She's not in that conversation. She's probably somewhere else. If the man has enjoyed it so much, and listen to what the man said, that when we take out the tithes, you now say, okay, there's no food in the house. Must it be her money that is for food? Now, going back to what you said, like, okay, yes, I understand that maybe some women already have the key, and they know that. Somebody called yesterday and said his wife is somebody else at church, and she's somebody else at home. When you remain two of them inside the bedroom, do you know what happens? Do you know how she deals with his fuck up? Sorry. Excuse me. Do you know how she just how she treats him? But you see the outside that she's calm. Oh, speak on, my Lord, and my personal savior will not work now. We have introduced technology. A lot of women are not back then. Just take for instance, if Kabiesi, the Oni of Ife, had subjugated this beautiful woman, she wouldn't be here. But it's the will to let women also fly and understand that times have changed. The mother you wished you have, you can put her on your wife. That, oh, my mother didn't have this. My mother didn't used to do this. I liked it. I saw it. Now my wife can be so much more. If maybe some traditional ruler back then, the wife would not be here. She'll probably be in the kitchen and doing free.
Let me go on a short break, because I have to. Okay, I'm told that we have a live, which I have to link up to very soon. Let me just check it very quickly. Says that Renewable Energy Initiative, a decade of cooking gas outreach program, live from Sokoto, the decade of gas. So we'll be moving on to that live very soon. That's what they're doing here. But for those of you watching us, you can watch us online, continually watch us online. GOTV and StarTimes also. We'll be happy to have you join us there. Let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we take this conversation further. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name na Chika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire.
My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen.
And this now Abigail.
And I dare on top of you, pigeon.
I'm gonna bring you bass, boost. I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
This now what you want.
After that day, the man
you go see him again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody.
When they find the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person we go give them to you, fact as he be.
Men no they ever get fault. If baby not there for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, no make person no fit talk true inside. But for this country, we not say if we open court in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
Look, we not even take responsibility for the children.
Leave the man.
And that's some
Thanks for staying with us. So our ladies here are yet to answer my question. Give me some clarity, because I understand that the new age woman doesn't believe in those kind of things. But are we getting the same results that our parents did with longevity in marriage? Are we getting the same results where the marriages they're celebrating 50 years, 30 years? Because today a lot of homes are disrupted because of the lack of submission. Going back to the analyzing of this woman's countenance, because everybody is analyzing her countenance as she's obviously she was not happy. But we've been raised in a society where a woman was supposed to be quiet. When her husband is talking, remember, I also shared that story when my husband was fighting with our neighbors many years ago, where I was not defending him, and he was upset that can you not defend me in public? And I'm like, well, you were wrong. And till tomorrow, whenever we're having small, he reminds me that's how the other time too. He did not defend me, and I'm thinking, you were wrong. There was no way I was going to be telling you and just be like submissive and say, hey, yes, fight. I'm not going to support you. I'm sorry. And BC corrected me that no, Mariah, you were wrong. That yes, well, your husband may have been wrong, but in public, you should be 100% behind him. I took the feedback, but then I felt that you are wrong. You are wrong. I'm not going to be defending you in public. So this woman too is submissive. She's quiet. Why is that a problem for you people?
Yes, I have a question, right? So
you're not answering my question. I'll give me.
Yeah, I'm going to give you another question and answer you, because so that the question can also help your thinking. Yes. So like there are couples where that they have joint accounts. So many homes run a joint account, whereby the woman will put maybe 30% or 40%, maybe 50% of her salary and earnings into and vice versa. So they use it to run the home and stuff. So in situations like that where the couple are pulling in their resources to be able to run the home, do you consider that submission on the woman's part? That's a question first for you. Is that considered submission, first of all, that she's pulling in 50%?
Partnership. Me, I know that. I did that also.
That's not submission on her part.
I don't know, well, partnership submission, I did that in the early days of marriage. I did that. We both put things, we had a joint account, and then we had our savings, we paid each other salary from the money.
So you consider yourself submissive in that instance?
No, I'm a partnership.
Okay.
I'm not submitting to you, we are submitting to each other, because he's contributing, I'm contributing.
But the Bible does not say the man should submit to you, you're supposed to submit to the man. So in that light, that's one, right? Okay. Yes. And then secondly, so many people cannot have, in a situation where let's say in law, where we deal with facts, so many people cannot have the same opinion of a fact, and then you consider that not to be the fact.
Okay.
And from what I can see, 99% of the people, both online, both people seated here, consider the fact that that video of that woman that we saw shows that the submission, she also submitted her self-esteem and every other thing that goes with it to the man. I'm not saying that to kneel down is a problem. Like I said, I will kneel down. I will lie down. What is kneel down? For my love, for my husband, for my Lord and Master. I will lie down, clean your leg. I wash this love. Love is sweet, oh. I will do everything. And I like what she said. that I'll come back after 5 days and tell you, baby, as long as you're a kind man, you're a caring man, don't lie down, Mariah, stop it. I will lie down. What is it?
Submission. So for today's women, wouldn't want to submit, wouldn't want to lie down or kneel down. They wouldn't want to do that because they feel that is totally.
Our love language has changed. We can rub his head, you know, baby, instead of kneeling down, sit on his lap, you know.
There's some issues that you do. There's some matters.
That's why you
hurt your husband as good. I don't think that something is kneeling down.
There are some thank yous that I've done to my partner that I will kneel down.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not like salary. Now he has done something that I consider that this was out of his way. Like he shouldn't have probably done it, or if he didn't do it, I wouldn't have died. And he has done to like maybe push me, and I'll just kneel down there and I'll say thank you, darling. God bless you.
Let me take Prince.
So, yes.
Good morning, Prince. Thanks for calling. You're live. Oh, we lost that caller. Okay. Comment on social media.
Because I keep comments. And I'm reading the comments and I'm just rolling.
What happened?
But you know, in truth, your man is your king. You know, there is king, there is queen. You are the queen. He is the king. So, yes,
meaning that can be sensual, can be erotic, can be. What's the English word? Meaning that can be. Meaning that can be. What do you mean the English words? You know, can be very. So you're submitting, but there's a way to do it because we pretend in our own way. And I'll come to Olori. I'll come back to YK because we make it look as if kneeling down is a way to show that you've been subjugated. But the truth is that in the old days, it can be very endearing. It can actually be very romantic, where you are rubbing his knees and you're walking your way up gradually. These are things where now just social media or this new world has made it look as if once you kneel down means that. I mean, can we redefine what kneeling down is?
I think it's part of our tradition. Culture. If you meet, you know, if you come across someone older than you. You know, you would kneel down, well, in the Yoruba way of how we are, you would kneel down and greet the person. So why can't you do that with your husband as well? What if you can greet a stranger and you can kneel down and, you know, to greet a stranger, why can't you do it with your husband? What's the big deal?
If you can kneel down with your pastor. Exactly. Your husband is there standing there.
Why would you be able to kneel down with your husband?
That carry your food and go there. So let us redefine what kneeling down is, because we're making it look as if kneeling down is a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. And I think that is what I would like this conversation to bring out.
The subject, okay,
sorry, we're not saying kneeling down.
Wale from London. I'll come to you, okay, sorry about that. Wale from London, you've been holding. Go ahead, please. Wale.
Good morning. Can I come now?
Yes, go ahead. You're live.
Yes, yes. So this is my first time getting through.
Welcome to the
show. I just want to be quick. My point is this: the kneeling down, I believe, is a choice. I don't see her as being subdued. I see her as somebody that maybe the husband went to the village to go and bring the cultured woman, and that's what he prefers. But I don't see her as being a subdued woman.
Okay. Thank you very much. There was by the side. There's no more cultural one in the village. Everybody is exposed. Everybody has social media. There's no. Everybody's on TikTok. So they are very exposed. So there's no more cultural woman. Let's take a few comments on social media. Right?
Yes. Our own social media. I'm going to that one social media. Someone says it's the wife's face for me. No need to say I left the group chat because I can't even be added.
Okay, I don't laugh. I don't understand.
Okay, capital commodity.
She has left the group chat. You can't even say she has left. She was not even added at all. She's just there.
I think capital commodity said, "What business is her salary in the home?" Question mark. The financial responsibility in the home belongs to the man. The woman's money is her money. She is paying bills with you, and you want her to submit.
Then someone says, "Mommy, please blink twice." She's reliving the experience as it describes it. She doesn't look happy though. Blink twice if you need help. I'm blinking 3 times.
Please, can I take Michael? Good morning, Michael. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Hello, my name is Michael. I'm calling you from Abuja.
Abuja, go ahead, please.
All right. Now, to me, it sounds as if that statement is incomplete from my own view.
Okay.
Now, my wife kneels down to give me her salary. Now, in this age at which we are now, are you telling us that she goes to the bank to withdraw her money every day to kneel down and give to her salary? Or is it just an appreciation for the job? Now, I can give you just about 50 seconds. When I got married, I got married as a couple. I mean, I'm sorry, I got married and my wife was a couple.
Right.
She didn't know how I got the job, but she was at home. I made my link, got my friends and everybody that, look, my wife had just finished service. I need to get her a job. I got her a job. She was at home. I brought the letter for her. Thank God it's a federal government job. My wife is a surveyor by profession. So, the first day she received her salary, nothing stops her from coming to say, thank you, my husband. She kneels down and gives me and says, this is the salary. I don't think it's bad. We are in Africa.
Right.
But doing it subsequently is where at times it's not being good. So we need to know the content of this story, not just the headline. What happened? Is it every day or always? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This looks like a tradition.
So back then, 20 years ago, she used to get her salary in an envelope, so she brings it to him. And so, I mean, again, I want us to see beyond the kneeling down, or even her countenance, because I don't see her countenance as negative. I saw her countenance as a woman who has just totally submitted to her husband in everything and let him drive the way and lead the way, because you like to be a kept woman. So I know some women who are like, they don't want to think about, they don't want to talk, or they're in front of the camera for the first time. I think Olori mentioned that during the break, that she might just don't like the idea of the camera in her face. So her husband is really talking, she's fine with that. Today's woman doesn't want the husband to speak for her. She wants both of us, we are speaking, you are interviewing us, we are both talking. Now, so my question is that the right way? Is it going to lead to longevity in marriage? Because men can say, oh, I'm fine with my husband, my wife being co-partners. But we all know that sometimes when they get to a certain age, they are reminded like, please, you're my wife now, please just stay home. Must you follow me? Must you comment? Must you say something? Know your place. Because when they're in their 30s, they want an amaka, hey, but pretty girl, we are together, everybody else, because it elevates their status. When they start having children, they're not calling them daddy. They're not calling them oga. They want a wife that's also, that just stay, don't be too, because now we're no more. I'm just telling you what I see. My question is that, learning from this woman and man's experiences, shouldn't we learn from them, or how do we define what marriage should be like today?
All I will say is, if it's this man and woman that we are learning from their experiences, what I would say is, the next time when he's talking, she should be doing yes. Then I will believe. If she's doing, I want to die. Then you cannot help but question
the sincerity
of this. Is she happy? That's why they are saying blink twice if you need
and also we're not just preaching, we want longevity in marriage, but we're not just preaching that, we're also preaching happiness for both parties.
Happiness.
What is happiness in that marriage?
Amaka, what is happiness for this woman who's probably in her,
she's not even smiling?
What's happiness for a woman in her 60s, YK? What is happiness?
When you see my partner and I, we are like this.
You know happiness.
Darling, are you okay? And that doesn't mean I don't submit. It just means we are cordial. We are together. We are friends. We are lovers.
This woman's happiness could be the fact that we have successful children, and she's content with that.
Maybe she's used to that. Maybe that's how she's been all the years. They're not a new married couple. They've been probably married for what, 30 or more years. So maybe that's what she's used to.
So I don't want to see a YK and think, oh, I must be like that. I want to be a 60-year-old woman who just keeps quiet. I might love my husband today and just enjoy him.
And that's why she looks so skinny and he looks so robust.
People keep quiet, but they radiate happiness. They radiate joy when you see them. Even if they're not speaking, you can tell that they're happy. It's just always written on your face.
Do you know that?
She doesn't.
Do you know that there was a piece I wrote sometime, and let me just read it to you. In traditional Chinese medicine, emotions are linked to specific organs, and with anger affects our liver, joy affects the heart, sadness and grief affects the lungs, fear affects the kidneys, and worries affect the spleen. So sometimes when there is no joy in your heart, it will tell on your face.
Yes.
People can read it. This is not me that wrote it.
Okay, Prince from Delta. Thank you, Damilola. Calm down. Prince from Delta. Thanks for calling your live.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
It's my first thank you very much for this opportunity. Yes, so I'll just be quick. It's very difficult to really take time as to whether she wants the right to know that. Because again, when we try to paint everyone with the same brush.
Exactly.
Or try to make people try to form our opinions about how the marriage should be. It might be very difficult. What works for them might be the way of.
Oh, we're having trouble, Prince, with that line. You know, that woman, what you're saying, I see a dignified woman. A woman who has lived, who is proud of what she has, who is proud of her husband, who is speaking on her behalf. She's a I see her because you can't paint everybody with the same brush. Absolutely. I see a woman who is like looking at Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. If you see her, you see a woman who is dignified. She doesn't have to be all lovey-dovey with like YK jumping around. Hey. She's like, but she's jumping around. I see you're sitting together. You're happy. You're very bubbly. Somebody might be saying like, I want to be like YK, which is good. That's another person. But you can see somebody who is Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala speaking. She's just calm.
You can see that she's happy.
But you can see, so she doesn't have to look like everybody else.
No, what I think honestly is that what works for you, yes, but might not work for the other person. But in connection with marriage, broken relationship, and questions that we ask on the streets, you discover that a certain man wants a body for a woman, but because of coercion, maybe family, one or this, he goes to find a churchy, brings her in. She's maintaining the pace. I saw a movie of a man who was compelled to marry a girl who is a homemaker, and he really wanted her twin, who was a complete body. And it became a friction in the house because the twin here was already into the guy, and the other one was just there. She took a teaching job so that she would have time to take care of her home, and it caused a colossal disaster at the end of the day because the man was in between. His father wanted the church woman, the homely woman, but his own happiness depended on the woman who was outside. Now what it has to do is that a lot of marriages keep if only this man is telling me that he doesn't have a girlfriend or he has never ever had a woman outside of that woman. So we understand that he really appreciates what he has as a docile woman or as a woman who is just there feeling fulfilled and dignified.
Just open one thing I want to get into. Let me go in a very short.
Let me read comments when we come back.
Come back. Yeah.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name na Chika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire.
My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen.
And this na Abigail.
And I dare on top of your view pigeon.
I'm going to bring you bass, boost. I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
Now wait till you want.
After that day, the man
no go see him again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody. When you dey find the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person we will give them to you, fact as it be.
Men no dey ever get fault. If baby no dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, no make person no fit talk true inside. But for this country, we not say if we open curtain in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
Look, we not even take responsibility for the children. Leave the man.
And that's some story.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
thanks for staying with us. We'll be taking our final leg. YK, comments on social media?
Yes, so let me take some comments. YK
is just laughing.
The couple in question, this is Debola Lamoshe. She says the couple in question belong to an older generation. Knowledge was scarce then, and I won't blame the mama at all. What worked for them may certainly not work in this current age.
There's a question, YK, that I want to ask, and I'm asking God for grace to ask it properly. Because one of the things I want to take out from this conversation, that our viewers, is how do we learn from the older generation marriages to make ours probably a bit better? And I'd like to direct that question to our guest. How are you able to function as a woman in a polygamous setting? It will help us, because a lot of women today are making look as if once you cheat, I'm done. That's it. I'm done. I can never. But my mother was in a polygamous marriage. I know aunties who successfully stayed in a polygamous home. Now, when I was young, I didn't like it. I won't lie. But fast forward, I see the outcome. I see, okay, everybody was able to hold their own, and I can see see people in the different strides. But maybe we can learn from that old age culture of mortal, because I don't think Amaka wants to go and do second wife or be ready to have anybody marry her be first wife or second wife, But what can we learn from that, if I may ask you?
I think we can, and I think the way things were then is a bit different from the way things are now. And it's all about the mindset as well. So yes, I'm in a polygamous marriage. I'm married to the Oni of Ife, and I have co-wives as well. But it's all about understanding each other, respecting boundaries, and also tuning your mindset to accept that, okay, I'm in this position and I want to make the best out of it. Of course, it doesn't mean, but also ensuring, that you are happy, because happiness is the most important thing.
So you look very happy.
Exactly.
I am. I'm very happy. I might have been married to like, I might have like, and not be happy.
Absolutely.
So as long as I am happy, as long as you're happy in whatever relationship or situation you're in, then stay with it. But if you're not happy,
that's
what
the problem is. So borrowing a leaf from that man that went viral saying that your husband can love you and still cheat, meaning that how should we therefore accept, especially those of us who are maybe in Christian marriages, or can we therefore say, you know what, if I am happy in this marriage and my husband has made provisions for me to be happy, my children are okay, why am I adverse to him having a second family? I know, let's move religion, I know Christianity doesn't, but why am I adverse to him culturally for having another family that makes him happy? Because there's certain things that I might not be able to provide. For example, my mom wasn't a big on kitchen. My mother had helps all her life. My mother had cooks. My mother, growing up my life, I never seen my mother enter the kitchen to do jack, because she just had them. She had those cooks. But my stepmother, she was a caterer. She made couscous that I had never seen in my life. She made all these this prawn okra. She made
seafood okra.
Like seafood okra. Like you go to a restaurant, she was a cook. Whenever I go to Isolo, we are waiting because there's food. So there was a difference. My mother wasn't giving that, but the second wife was providing that. So why are we not happy to allow our husbands have a second wife or a third wife who is giving different things that we are not able to give? Why is it difficult for us?
I don't have a problem personally.
Okay.
And I always say women should adjust themselves, because realistically, if you don't adjust to accept, you might eventually be in denial. Because maybe on the day of the man's wake up, they'll bring 4 adult children and they'll come and shock you because you have refused to act. Because maybe 1 or 2 times the man must have played with you and like, what if this happens? You say, I'll kill you, I'll kill myself, I'll kill everybody. Wonderful. I know a friend, I'm sorry, but he has 3 other women out of his wife with 2 children each, and because the wife is not a receptor, she cannot accept it. He has shielded that truth from her. So we're expecting that somebody will be shocked and greatly shocked maybe when he passes. This new generation should understand that men also want variety. The way we women are also stuck on variety. And sometimes I always say that if I find myself in a polygamous home, I will focus on my own energy. I will focus on my children. I'll focus on my power. I'll leave the other tussle for him to address. It will be almost difficult for him to bring something of the third or the fourth to me and expect me to champion over it. Please allow them to champion what belongs to them. So sometimes it's the place of acceptance where we don't get to accept. Okay, now let me ask you a blunt, truthful question. Can you help your friend with your husband? Can you use your husband to help your friend?
What does that mean? Help? How?
Can your husband marry your friend? Or can you bring a wife for your husband?
Are you asking me? Asking why? Guys, working now.
So,
he's asking you why.
No, because excuse me, say people
ask me. I have told you that infidelity cannot kill my. It's not a deal breaker for me. I've said it. They kuku yab me about it. I don't care. That's all. If it's a deal breaker for you.
Because when they do it in your eyes, they'll still do it behind you.
Let's not generalize. Some men don't.
No, some men don't. But I'm saying that the greater number that we see outside that they call themselves Italawa, there's something that's pushing them outside. What are they looking for outside? There's somebody.
So this brings me to what I always say on the show. I always say it's important that even though love is shaking you before you take those marriage vows, please ensure you tell yourself, you ask yourself, what do I want?
A deal breaker.
What do I, not even a deal breaker, what do I want out of this marriage? It's important to realize that just like if you're going to a business transaction and you have to understand, like, what do I want out of this thing? I'm going into this marriage, I love this man, everything. Is it that I want children? Is it that I want family? Is it that I want a companion? Because there are couples that they are married, they have children, but they're not, nobody say they don't send their children, they're taking care of their children, they love their children, but they make sure that their children don't interfere with what they have, because their marriage is about both of us. It's about companionship. So it's important that when you're going into marriage or form of relationship, you understand what you hope to achieve from that thing. Why am I saying this? Because there are so many women in marriages that know that their husbands are cheating, but they're never going to address it. They're never even going to question about that. They just put a thought.
Why should they address it? Because the man is being responsible in their own part.
No, because for them, they know that some people want certain things. They want the family, they want the husband, they want the home. Any other thing outside that, they don't want it to interfere with. That's why they're getting that main thing that they entered into this transaction for. They are okay, so they don't want to address it, because then it's going to be disrespectful, and they know, and then they cannot leave.
Amaka was saying the same thing. What I'm trying to understand is that modern husbands are saying, I am providing for you, I love you, we have amazing children together, you have a house, you have everything, you're not doing nothing. But maybe you cook spaghetti with sauce. I don't like spaghetti with sauce. I like it with whatever it is, with whatever else. And there's somebody else. Now, I don't also agree that all men want variety, because there's some men that stay loyal to one.
I agree.
And those men exist. I know a few. But there's some men that
do you know?
I know Daddy Gio is number one.
Oh.
Number two, because you're going to ask me that question. Even though I like this kind of thing, I just feel like maybe there's a different kind of person maybe a fantasy I had in those days, somebody who is yellow like Amaka. Maybe my wife might be dark skinned, responsible, church girl, good girl, we have good family together. But I have this fantasy of yellow girls when I was young, but I never really played it up. Now I have enough money. Let me look at like an Amaka kind of person, yellow person, second wife. However, she lives in Abuja. She will not come to Lagos. In fact, she will never enter plane to Lagos. She's in Abuja. Why do we have a problem with that?
How about the third one? But there's a third instance for this thing to balance. Okay. How about the man that I, as the woman, I'm taking care of the family, I'm the one providing and covering his shame, and for him that he doesn't have a job, I'm being the best wife, I'm bringing the money and take care of our children and school fees and everything, and he's still cheating with my money.
That's the different matter. Yeah, that's the different matter. That's not our conversation. We have to wrap up. Do you have any comments social media, Waike? Anything? We have to wrap. We have a few seconds left. And I'll let our guests say a final word. Engineer Tijani sent me a message. He said, "Good morning, Murayo. A woman who holds the key to the heart of our man stays in marriage and vice versa. The key differs from one individual to another, and it has to be discovered in keeping the relationship." Fair enough. I'll let you have the final word, but do you have any comments on social media that we just...
Capital Commodity says, Murayo, I hear you. The disrespect in many marriages is leading to tension in marriages. However, a man has no business collecting his wife's salary, and she does not need to kneel down to show...
Tell that to some men. Some men are collecting salary passy. Let me let you have the final word. Just a general thoughts on all that we said so far.
Says it doesn't need to kneel down to show honor.
For me, it's happiness. As long as you're happy, whatever situation you're in, whatever, if you're in a relationship, you know, even if it's in polygamy or if you're married to one man, as long as you are happy. If you're not happy, please exit, because you know, a lot of women and a lot of people have mental health issues now, and you know, they don't address it because they're in denial. So, but as long as you are happy, then stay in whatever relationship or situation you're in.
So in a nutshell, define your happiness. Just define your happiness and stay to it. That's all we can take on today's show. Hope you learned a few things as we have. Have a good day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.